I think we can get started here. We got some nice music going on in the background.
Alexa's not currently here. She's might be coming back, if I heard correctly.
Yeah, she'll be back, just dropping in. I don't think she'll be looking at the screen, but I'll read out chat, so or Austin can read out chat as well.
She's just going to be staring at the wall.
Sitting in a corner. Wow, chat.
Corner cube.
Thanks. But yeah, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be writing. So if you guys don't know, Nightmare Fuel did a little bit of a cool art piece for us.
You should put the art piece up
Yeah, I'm
for
putting it up.
inspiration. Like keep it off in like the corner somewhere.
It was for my birthday, and then I was like, this art is so cool. I'm gonna make it into a fake poster. And then as soon as I did the fake poster, I was like, you know what? This would be pretty dope if it was like a real poster. So why don't we make it a real poster? So I made this. Let me pull it up. Boom. There it is. So I made that. And it, looks very stylish, sleek. I dig it a lot. But I figured we'd make it into its own thing, like a product of its own. So
Duncan proves.
I hear him, yeah, I hear him excited.
Hi, Forbidden Arms. I am here now.
One change I will be making
I won't be here the whole time.
is not going to be called Nightmare from the Depth. It'll be called Nightmare from the Deep. And I made it into kind of movie poster that says "Feel Your Fears This July." It's not going to be that. It's going to be just just the title. So Nightmare from the Deep, not Depth. Other than that, everything else is the same. We got some nice little jazz music playing in the background. So let's jump on in. It's the first time we've done this. Also, there's no real writing section on Twitch, so I just put this under art. Because we're going to be art. This is art. We're going to be producing art. Yeah. Let me. Bump, bump, bump.
How are you doing today, Austin?
I'm good. I can only imagine I feel a little bit better than you do at the moment. uh, how's your eyes going? I heard you just, request the brightness to be turned down.
Yeah, they're doing okay. The flaps are readhering, so I got through the worst of it. I was able to sleep through the worst of it, which is nice.
Yeah,
I was in quite a bit of pain earlier, but it's now, it just kind of feels like every time I blink it has a scratchy feeling, like you have sand in your eye, kind of. So
that would just piss me off more than anything.
yeah, it's really not the worst. It's just not fun, and I'm blinking excessively as well because of it, so it's...
Bro, tell me how this is
great.
jazz music, dog. What the hell?
This is jazz.
That was not jazz.
Yeah, it's modern jazz.
Just like, Imagine Dragons
Yeah,
is
be right back.
modern rock. Is that what that is? Because they were indie rock at one point or something, like
Yeah.
contemporary rock, and now they're apparently like the face of rock. Weird days. All right, so Nightmare from the Deep. Ignore these chapter names because I just kind of wrote like just random shit. Acknowledgements.
What does that say? Cess?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
So this is like an outline I had for something else, and I believe I had it like secret test or something like that was like the name, and I just deleted the secret T, and then so it just said cest. Urban Arm says, yeah, my eyes were burning after laser eye surgery. Yeah, I bet.
I could
The
do it.
process that he was describing was gross.
Yeah.
Would
I
you not do it, Austin?
Hell no.
You're a little, you're a little bit blind.
I like wearing glasses. It completes my look.
I mean, you could still wear glasses. I think Alexa still
but-
plans on when she comes back, Alaska. I think she still plans on wearing glasses. I think it's just a matter of being able to see without them.
Wait, what do you mean? Wear
mean,
glasses?
Do you still want to wear
do-
style glasses like what I do?
I'm gonna wear blue light filter glasses
Yeah, yeah.
and
I do-
sunglasses. Finally.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I mean, I just bought transition lenses. On my
Nice.
I tried those and I was not a fan. They let me have a temporary test of one, and then I didn't like it. I could come back in and get it switched out, and I was not a fan.
I've never tried it before, but I just
Some
said
people
fuck it.
love it. So.
By the way, should we do an
looking-
intro just in case this was on YouTube? I'll take that as a yes. All right, let me do an intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Great White & Co. My name is Sri, and today I'm joined by Austin and a finally no glass needing Alexa who just had her LASIK surgery done today.
Woo.
And we're going to be doing something that I'm very much so looking forward to. One of our strong community members, someone who's always in chat, representing, drew me, and it was someone who's far more talented at drawing than I am, drew me a birthday present, a rather horrifying one. Here it is right here. And so he drew like this part, and then I added some like effects to it, make it a little bit darker, and then I made it into like a fake poster saying "Nightmare from the Depth, fuel your fears this July," because July is his birthday. And I was like, you know what? This is such a cool poster. We should make something out of it. Now I don't have the budget to make a micro budget horror movie of some sort, a creature feature or whatnot, but I do have a keyboard and the ability to write a semi-coherent story. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be writing a short story based off of that image. And the one thing I did change, instead of Nightmare from the Depth, it's Nightmare from the Deep, because I thought it sounded a little bit better. Let's see.
Hello, Mr. Adam bro. Welcome.
Oh yes, Mr. Animanbro. Earlier you said something which I thought I replied to, but it turns out I was muted. Did not ban you. I don't know what made you think we banned you. We did not. We've only banned bots in the past, and yeah, like that's about it. I don't know why you thought so. And our bot that we have, like our night bot or whatever, our stream bot, is only like very, very particular about banning people. So yeah. Anyway, welcome back. Further says, I was supposed to wear glasses, but I don't know. I still have great vision.
Nice. Yeah, that's what they said. I might actually need glasses again, maybe like whatever, like 40, 50s, like reading glasses, like normal, just eye deterioration over the years.
Yeah.
But I should be good where I don't need to wear glasses for at least like 20 years, and I'm pretty excited.
Well, let's get started here as we go. First of all,
I'm probably going to be leaving early, just an FYI, everyone, but I'm going to be here for a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Ignore the chapter names because they're just random shit that I just deleted, and that's the words. They somehow most of them formed words, even though they're not. I did not intend on it.
Intend on putting death.
I did not, dude. Anyway, so first things first. What's a dedication? What do you do in a dedication?
It's dedicated.
You dedicate it.
Okay,
So
but like, how do you say it? You just like list like I dedicate it to my mom. Like,
you can just write like for
You
my
can-
mom.
yeah,
and
you
dad.
can write
Or,
whatever.
like if sometimes people do like thank yous. Sorry if you're talking, Austin. I can't hear you for a second. I have to put in some eye drops.
damn, Austin, why would you say that about Alexa like that, dude? That's crazy.
I mean, you know what?
It is time for some of my eye drops. Woo-hoo.
See, her hearing's gonna deteriorate because her
That's
eyes have gotten
true.
better.
You know, you do bring up a good point. I did not think about it. It's like the reverse Daredevil effect, right?
Yeah, the reverse Daredevil
Yeah.
is that her hearing will now impact everything.
Yeah. So for I said to all Chumbags. By the way, shout out to everyone who jumped on the
That eye.
New server.
the new Minecraft server called the Chumbag server, the Chumbag HQ as I called it.
Could you help me?
It's cool to see people hop on the server and start
I
building.
have to still hop on that myself.
It's pretty good.
I saw loading your glasses on there yesterday.
Well, actually, so I went on today earlier.
Oh, yeah?
And loading your glasses built like a it's like I think it's called like a humble, like hospital or humble like residence, for newcomers, and it's like a little thing like a bed and like a chest and stuff like that.
That's cute.
It was very nice. It was very nice.
I'm excited to see it. I won't be playing video games probably for like a day or two, but I'm excited to see it.
Y'all are amazing. Nah, you're amazing.
Yeah.
It's just like Keanu Reeves.
No,
You're breathtaking.
What? Oh, I forgot.
I
to
didn't.
put on my
I didn't. I
headphones.
didn't intend to make that connection, but I appreciate it anyway. No, you're breathtaking. All right, acknowledgements. What are the acknowledgements? What are we?
Our wonderful community at GW & Co.
Wait, isn't that the dedication?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The acknowledgement is.
Someone
I think
grab
that's
a
for you.
book.
Here, I'll look it up. I have a second.
I already got it.
Oh, sweet.
Acknowledgements.
Extending my headset.
So, like, I'll just read
Yeah, go ahead.
this example. In the acknowledgements, I cannot express enough thanks to my committee for their continued support and encouragement.
Oh, it is.
Dr. John Dill, my committee chair, Dr. Virginia Lands, Dr. Samuel Cartwright, and Dr. Michael Sherman. I offer my sincere appreciation, I'm sorry, this fucking thing is like super small, for the learning opportunities provided by my committee. My completion of this project could not have been accomplished without the support of my classmates, and it goes on the list of classmates. So what the fuck is the difference?
I don't know.
I guess like dedications are more succinct, you know?
Here. So this one is literally the same thing. So dedication.
I think
it
just
says, like,
dedication keeps simpler, like just for mom and dad.
yeah,
you know
this
what I
one
mean?
says to like my mom, my dad, my siblings, and their family members who encourage me to indulge myself in my fantasies.
So it's like dedication's like a briefer one, acknowledgement's like a more thorough one.
Well, so this person's acknowledgement's in the same thing. It says, this book has developed out a series of lectures and papers given to philosophy meetings at the Universities of Manchester, Sussex, Southampton, Sheriff Kent, and Cardiff. And I am grateful to the organizers of these meetings for the opportunity to air the views expressed here in public.
Okay. Now, one thing, right, that we have to keep in mind is... All right, let's see here. All right, I got this little tiny sucker out here. So we got Nightmare from
Just trying to be Ambrose. Did y'all still have to take a shot?
Oh, shit.
For every time Sri types a word wrong.
Here,
Nah, you'll be dead. You'll be deceased.
I got some chocolate milk here.
You got real chocolate milk, by the way. Like actual, genuine chocolate milk.
From a brown cow.
And you know what I realized, which is actually really, really...
Shouldn't call Sri such names, Austin.
What the fuck?
He hasn't put on that much weight yet.
It was really funny. I went on... I realized I think I'm a little too close to the mic. Maybe I'm a little too close to the mic. I'll hold on. Let me see here. I'll move it away for a little bit. But no, I was checking up on the behind the scenes stuff on the chat, and I realized that
That's the chat box. You just did that too.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
What the Anyway, I realized that we still Kevin redeemed a
Take a shot.
He redeemed. I took a shot because he redeemed it. He redeemed 2 of them, so we are actually behind on the shot. Hold on, one second. Let me move my mic away from me.
So we're gonna have to, next time we do a drinking stream, we're gonna have to do a shot at the beginning for Kevin.
Yeah, this is gonna be deceased. Like I'll be gone. First of all right.
Not today, but maybe this weekend.
So I'm thinking, like, we need something. Will y'all make a film out of this? Well, we'll make. Depends, maybe, but I want to have a. So here's the thing. We're gonna have a short story, right? or depending on how long it goes, maybe it'll be classified as a novella. But I'm gonna aim for a short story, and we're gonna put that cover on. We're gonna put it on our store, and
With
it's gonna.
my, yeah.
We're gonna put it on the store, and the cool part is, Nightmare Fuel, and he could also utilize the help of Chad and all the other chumbags. If you guys will pick, or Nightmare Fuel will pick and finalize a charity, and all the profits from this short story will go directly to that charity. So I think it's in that little way. It's obviously Shark Week as well, which sharks are very important to us. So maybe we'll do something like that. It's all up to Nightmare Fuel. It's a nice way of kind of giving back while also doing something creative, which I feel like I have not done in a little while.
For a fact, I haven't.
And yeah, so it's a nice way for us to kind of let those juices flow. But with that said, I'm aiming for. I think this can be campy, but I do want it to be a little bit darker. Like something more.
Like not like comedy campy.
Like
dark
imagine
with a bit of some
Imagine like a Stephen King short story, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine someone reads a Stephen King short story, and
That's
then
when the shark walks out of the ocean
and then they
removes the head, and turns out it was a horse
Pennywise
the whole
time. Did you say a horse?
I did.
What did you say, Steve?
I said Pennywise. So someone reads a Stephen King short story, and they're like, "I can do better," and then they realize they have no talent.
That's what we're aiming for.
That's the bar we're aiming for here.
So clearly,
Some might say it's a true story.
The shark can't be in the ocean, right? That's too easy.
Brittany,
here's the
this is a
thing.
new
I think
idea.
you're onto
What if-
something.
what if-
Go ahead.
It's in a tornado.
Oh, I see.
And hear me out. What if there's multiple sharks in this tornado?
Oh shit!
And we make 5
Now
movies
we're
out
cooking.
of it?
What's the fourth one called? Like it's like Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens or something like that.
Something like that. It's in space.
Did you say the shark, the Force Awakens?
The fourth movie, like The Fourth Awakens.
It's in space.
I don't know if it's in space. It's just like a Star Wars
It's
joke.
Star Wars. It's in space.
All right, so
Wow.
the Fourth Awakens, and then the 5th one is global swarming. There was 6. There's 6 of them. The last one is the last Sharknado. It's about time.
Maximum Overdrive is campy, and Stephen King directed that.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So here's now we have to
I feel like
decide
he's a much better writer.
how
than
many.
director.
I agree. How many leads are we saying?
Leads?
Like how many main characters? Like in a group of people?
It
I'm imagining
depends
a
I
on what
group
think
you're
you
doing,
should
right?
have 37.
Oh my god. Where is this going?
And then 1 page for each person.
Wow.
Hot take.
So you're imagining me to write 37 pages? Mm-hmm. That's too much. It's too much.
So I mean,
it can actually be longer than 37 pages. I'm joking, but what were we saying?
you can take the group approach,
Yeah.
if you want to be inspired by Stephen King, It is a perfect example of it's a gang of misfits, that come together.
So how many people
try to take
are we
down.
saying are in this group?
I'd say like
I'm saying
5 or
that's just
6
one
would be,
way.
like, a good one.
'Cause you can do the same thing with Jaws, where
Wait,
you only have, like,
what'd you
2
say, Austin?
people.
One way? What?
I said that's only one way.
Like,
you
there's
could.
multiple ways.
There's multiple ways you
Oh,
can go about
I
it.
see.
Because Jaws, although there's other people on the boat with them,
It's like
there is
2
a main character,
yeah.
right?
Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna have a group
Do you want to do group one?
of people.
I'd say somewhere between 5 and 8 would be a good number.
5. Hold on.
We'll see what characters like, because they all have to have a purpose,
I am blind.
Right. You have to make them unique enough to where they stand out
Exactly.
individually.
So there's
less would
one
be
that's
better,
just
so
to
that
kill
it's-
off,
Okay. 1 to kill.
Right.
one
I mean,
to
yeah.
survive and save the day, some sort of romance.
Romance. Romantic lead.
I mean, literally, you can. This is basically forming out to be the group from It, to where, Georgie dies, his brother avenges him and is the leader, and gets that motivation behind the rest of the gang.
So we need
You have the
comedic relief
nerdy-
then, right?
What?
comedic relief,
Comedic.
romantic person, and like the woman.
We need a weirdo.
What's the breakfast
So
club?
5.
You have a
That's
misfit,
5.
a princess, a criminal.
That's 5. We got 5 people right there. 1 to kill, 1 to survive. We got a romantic lead, comedic relief, and a weirdo. Or an outcast. Alright. So there we go. Now, we gotta
What
decide.
age are they all gonna be? Are they gonna be adults? Are they gonna be lifeguards?
Well,
like, what are we doing?
Weirdly enough, I want to do this backwards because I want to say, where is this located? Because then we can say, if it's like a neighborhood, then we can make it younger. But if it's like something more remote, they're kind of adults or, a little bit older. So where are we aiming for?
Well, I think that also. I think we should have nailed the general.
Forbidden Arms
plot
is
first.
Maine. In Maine.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
literally
Stephen
the
King.
plot. Stephen King. it's
Oh,
fucking
is it in Maine?
All
Nightmare
of them are
Fuel,
in
welcome.
Maine. Every
And,
Stephen.
Well,
Nightmare Fuel
it's-
says, I hope you're doing well, Alexa.
Hi, Nightmare Fuel. I'm doing pretty good. My
It's-
eyes are shut mostly, but I'm hanging out.
Yes, it's in Derry. That's the name of the city.
Derry,
Derry,
Maine.
Derry,
God
Maine.
damn.
D-R-R-Y.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the city, but yeah,
Well,
all Stephen
of
King's
his,
movies.
Yeah, all of his
are-
books are in Maine. It's
Okay.
like a thing.
Okay, so
Like Pet Cemeteries in Maine.
not in Maine, just so I don't want to just make, I don't want to rate it again.
Do Massachusetts. No, just kidding.
Let's see here.
So that's why I was gonna say, what do like the general, very
yeah, what
general.
the plot
It should be, okay, so I'm saying, or I'm thinking, right, like a remote town.
Remote, as in like rural.
Yeah, rural.
Like a farm town.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, oh, by the way, I want to pull this image up again. And by the way, shout out to Nightmare Fuel now that he's joined for drawing this
This is
creature
the
up.
inspiration for what we are doing today.
So it's got to look like it's something to look like this, right? Like
this is our
Well, see-
inspiration.
So when I look at this, I think of what is the name of the shark from Batman?
King Shark.
King Shark. That's literally what comes to mind when I look at that.
I can see
Because that's
that.
exactly what it looks like. I just karate chopped my microphone.
What? Okay, so actually, we can go with that. So like, I can imagine this as being kind of. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse. Hold on, let me show you. There's my mouse. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Mouse. So like this kind of goes into his shoulder, right here, and then this goes into his shoulder right here. So I can imagine him as being kind of, and then like has like an eye.
Like a kind of humanoid shark monster thing.
Yeah. So dope. I love what Speed do with it. Nah. Don't give me any credit for this. All right. So
Nightmare Fuel said, "Oh, the story. I actually wrote a full short story last night, but I can share it some other time. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Remember, since sounds you had worse than me. Alexa, get better soon. I'm
You
really
wrote a whole
not that bad
full
right
short
now.
short story about this, or something completely different.
no, I think this because I wrote in Discord last night. Like, get your creative, minds, get your creative hats on or whatever. So this thing is kind of like King Shark. Looks like King Shark, but imagine all these kind of like wrinkles and eyes and
Humanoid.
pores.
It's like a horror version of King Shark.
Yeah.
So is this person mutated? Is it a mutated person?
Or a mutated shark. Or a mutated man and shark.
That's right. What if it's like
So far, this doesn't scare me. Like there's
okay.
nothing
What would scare you, Austin? Let's start there. Like, what's something like? All right, let me set the frame. Right, you are walking home.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little bit tipsy.
Okay.
This is based on true events that I'm
Yeah, I already know where you're going with. That's why I laughed.
You just dropped off someone at home, and now you're walking home alone. And it
It's important to note that it was a female.
was a female that you dropped off. Yes.
So I stayed tough through the whole walk, and it wasn't until I saw her walk into her home and I turned around to start walking back
Uh huh.
that I realized I do not know where the fuck I am.
And then you turn, like, you turn, you're walking, and you there's like rustling behind you. There's like
This was like years ago.
I know,
okay?
but I'm
not
trying to
scared.
I'm trying to build this scene. Because now that I'm saying this out loud, from says, does anyone remember Street Sharks? I remember hearing the action figure, having the action figure as a kid. I don't.
I do not know what that is. It
I
sounds
don't know
cool
what Street
though.
Sharks is.
Look it up quick, Siri.
It sounds like a weird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle type thing.
Street Sharks.
I'm gonna look it up myself.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Wow.
those are sick.
Oh, this is fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Sorry, this is literally what I had in my mind about the thing I told you before we started streaming.
Oh.
Look, guys. Fun fact. Apparently, the art was gonna be a King Shark fan art because they knew that Sri is a fan, but then they went all crazy and made it as weird and odd,
that's
odd with my
literally
style. I
like
love
if you watch the new Harley Quinn animated series,
Ooh, there it is.
this is King Shark's face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So sick.
So okay, now that I'm retelling Austin's story out loud, part of me is like, what if that's the opening of the story, right? Like
We could do that.
it's a guy walking. He drops off. We're gonna obviously embellish, so it's like gonna be a crush, or like after a date night. He drops her off.
Listen.
What?
You know.
You thought it was a date in your mind? You thought
No,
that was
it
a
wasn't
date?
a date at all. It was a group friend. Like it was a friend
That's
group.
what I remember that.
But hey, I wouldn't have said no.
Oh, I see. And he drops her off at her house. Maybe a little kiss. Maybe they don't kiss. And then he's walking back.
There's like that awkward moment where like they're gonna like.
I think it'd be substantially better if, because I can get more specific on the story. We did not kiss if that was
okay.
ever in question.
Uh-huh.
The funny part is the whole time she's actually talking to me about
Another boy.
about another guy that's in our friend group.
Nice.
And someone
Nice.
that even to this day I still consider to be a pretty good friend. We don't really talk much, but if he ever
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
anything,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
drop everything.
For sure.
And they ended up dating like later down the line. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, the whole walk, she was talking to me about this other guy.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We're off to start here. So what is? All right. In Austin.
All right, I'm gonna actually go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All
my
right.
eyes are tired from looking at the screens, so
Oh okay.
I'm gonna head out. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
And hope everyone has an amazing night. I'm pretty good, guys. I should be all good. Just finishing up healing, But yeah,
Gotta
bye,
get those
everyone.
eye flaps all sealed
Gotta
shut.
re-adhere
I
on.
just fucking clapped so hard, dude. My fucking mic is off the zone. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna go sleep. Good night, everyone.
totally forgot to put all those
Good night,
filters and shit on my goddamn mic.
You're a fucking animal.
Oh man, that's gonna fucking suck. I don't even know what it is. Is it noise gate? Close? I don't know what half this stuff does.
Here, do you need the? Because I still have the stuff, the filters and stuff.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Can you send me photos, like just on your phone, like of what it is and what they have, what the numbers are?
Yes, sir.
All right, so have a wonderful night, Alexa. Get well soon. There it is, night, Alexa. All right, so here it is. Let's open this up. Now we got this. Now we got the first little bit open.
Is it being told?
In third person, because he's gonna die by the end of this section, and then we're gonna switch.
So then, who's the person that's telling? Like,
It's just like a third narrator, like a third person omniscient or whatever, something like that, third person. So
Okay.
what's this character's name?
Well, I'm not gonna.
What?
I don't want to say I'll be the character because I don't want to die.
Okay.
Let's see.
Bruce. Got it.
My name's Bruce.
Bruce.
Say it with me. Fish are friends, not food. I just sent the pictures over to you.
Oh, sweet. Perfect. Let's see here. Filters. Damn, I actually ended up getting the exact ones that I needed for like that I needed for this. So it worked out, I guess. Are these the ones that I gave you, or did you find these out yourself?
You gave me them.
All right, perfect. I don't remember half this stuff because I just had it all ready to go, and I just didn't do anything else for it. 100.
Are you sure? I would not put Bruce in here yet. I would go bring up that notepad that you had, and put it next to the character that dies.
Hmm. Ooh, what if that's the group party?
Yeah, I figured that's where you're going with it. That you were literally just going to
Right.
take that narrative.
No, I appreciate that you thought I was that far thinking.
Because literally, I just established the romance, the person that dies, and you can fill in the rest.
Yeah,
Of the other.
I'll take that. All right, noise suppression.
Never feels. I honestly appreciate this, you guys. This is the first that's like ever happened to me as an artist. I would normally read stories or hear stories from people, and then I would draw. Even it looks beyond something that's not realistic. When I look at this shark, all I can see is horror fiction, but the story I wrote is intentionally realistic material. Fun fact: the shark in Jaws is named Bruce.
Ah,
I didn't know that.
damn, it's a fun fact. 1 second.
So I had this thought right now.
Okay, hit me with it.
What if it's like, and this is going to sound very stupid and very stupid. There's no way around it. What if
I'm glad.
what if it's like someone turns into the shark, you know? Like one of these people turn into the shark.
Huh. Fun fact: the shark in Jaws is named Bruce. I
I already
remember
said that, and we
see.
just discussed how it was a fun fact.
Oh, I actually knew that already. I wasn't paying attention.
Spielberg named it after his lawyer.
I didn't know that. I knew it was named Bruce because I read Shark Life, which is by Peter Benchley. Benchley. I don't know what his name is. Who wrote the book Jaws, and then consequently wrote an autobiography about his love of sharks, where he talked about Jaws as well. All right, so we got Bruce established, and then what's the female's name? Her name is. Chat, give me a name here. Give me a female name for the romantic lead, for not Bruce, but someone that she talks to Bruce about. Oh wait,
Let's do
ideas, and then someone.
it's. I really want to use the name Grace, but I know that you've used it.
Absolutely. The Jaws novel had the mafia involved, but I think they were removed in the film. Yeah, there was no mafia in the film, as far as I remember.
Here, you know what? I'm gonna open up just a random dating app.
Oh, I see what
And
you're doing.
whatever-
Let fate decide.
Whatever shows up.
Nice. If only you had, like,
What about Leah?
Leah? Leah or L?
Leah, yeah.
All right.
Do you like that? Or,
Nightmare Fuel says
sounds-
Allie.
That's close.
Okay. What if we do Alice and Allie?
Allison?
And then short for like she shortens it to Allie. Or Vivian.
Or Abigail?
You say Abigail?
Yeah. The next girl.
Oh. I think we can go with Allison. Or Allie.
Allison?
Allie. Well, Nightmare Fuel suggested Allie, so I'm just saying her name's Allie, but then
Allie.
the
You know,
full
fuck it. Yeah, let's go with Allie. That should be fine.
name. Okay. One to survive. His name should be Sri-Kand. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, can't do
It's not me, guys. I swear. It's different last names. Chat. You need a guy name.
Han.
Just see. Is he by himself?
Yes, you could say he is solo.
Oh, okay.
I literally looked up at my pop figures to see what I had, and I looked up and saw Han Solo. The first thing. What about Lou?
Lou.
Last name Kang.
God damn it. I named the weirdo Lou. For now. Lou's the weirdo.
That's Peter.
Peter. Firmers is trying to think. I can do Peter for the comedic relief.
I mean, do you like Peter as the comedic relief? Let's see what else we got with Peter.
Griffin.
No, it's actually Peter Parker of Spider-Man.
Oh. God damn. Lou sounds
what about
good for
Kevin?
the weirdo.
Kevin.
For comedic relief or?
For comedic relief, yeah.
Okay, alright.
That's Kevin Smith.
That makes sense. That's fitting.
Yeah.
Victor. I think Victor's too, I don't know, sounds too...
when I heard Victor, I was like, Victor Reznov.
I will have my revenge.
What about Jack?
Nicholson?
No. Handsome Jack from Borderlands.
Oh.
Or Joel.
Joel. I'll take Joel. Why not? Fuck it. That's the main
How about
character.
Kratos?
Kratos.
That was the next thing I saw.
Alright. So, Kevin sounds perfect for comedic relief. Alright, so here it is. One to kill Bruce. One to survive Joel. Romantic lead Allison or Allie. Comedic relief Kevin. And weirdo outcast.
So there can be dick jokes. I think that'd be pretty funny too. Make the weirdo name Dick instead of Lou.
Richard. All right.
It's important that you also put Dick.
I got it. All right, now we got to think of this creature, right? Now we got Austin. Let's go back to this scenario that we were in.
Right.
You're walking home.
Yeah.
How do you die?
By this, like you're saying, how would I die?
Yeah,
by
like
this?
if this was coming to get you, if you're in a rural town, you grew up there.
All right. So I do remember this on my run home. Part of the walk was over a very small bridge.
Ooh. Okay.
And it was like a localized stream, you know, to where it wasn't anything major. It was surrounded by forest. So something with that.
All right, hold on. So
Whether it's, you know, the curiosity that peaks
walking,
and here's a sign or a sound,
bridge.
or if it just the bridge snaps.
Wait, repeat that. So Bruce dies as he walks over a small bridge. That's what I have. But give me the details again. Sorry, whenever Phil says, "What's the tone of this story?" It sounds pretty fun, but also scary, and I love it. We're aiming for like a Stephen King-ish.
Right now, I'm thinking it's like It is the way I'm approaching.
That's a good way to. It's a good way. It's like imagine It, but like 1/100th of 1/1000th of the size. That's what we're at.
Right, because what we're not going to be able to develop as much as Stephen King did in It.
And because we're not on crack.
Literally, I have the book. It's like 800 fucking
pages. Was it crack or meth? Was it?
What?
Oh no, coke. It was on coke.
Oh, Stephen King when he wrote It?
Yeah, he was on coke.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And none of us are on coke. I did just have a Coca-Cola vanilla, but that's it's not.
I just had this chocolate milk.
Yeah, so not the same. Although chocolate milk gets close. So Bruce dies as he's walking over a bridge. So he's walking back. So you say the forest was right before?
Like,
ooh, what if
it was a little bit bigger? So what I'm picturing in my head now for the story and what it was is two completely different things. So
okay,
it was like basically like a little, I guess, like overpass is a better word of what I actually walked over.
Yeah.
Like a car could drive on it, but that's basically it. Like a car and like a very small sidewalk.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was short, but like it was surrounded by trees, and like the next closest house was for, I mean, in terms of a run, it was like a minute too, you know. So it was a little bit bigger, but what I'm thinking is more like a drawbridge in this situation, you know. or maybe not like a drawbridge because that's up and down. The fucking rope bridges.
So I'm thinking, right? How about this? He walks through the neighborhood that he drops her off in. Decides to take a shortcut into this little forest because he knows that there's this. Like he essentially imagine this is gonna be really weird, but this is the best way. So like our house is over here.
This is literally the beginning of Stranger Things.
Oh, I actually don't remember Stranger Things that well.
The beginning of Stranger Things is they're all coming back from his house, going to their respective houses. They cut through the woods to cut down on time, and then that's when Will cuts through the woods to get to his house, and then eventually get lost, which ultimately ends in him having like a search party and everything like that, which is where I think this is going.
So so imagine this is a map. I know it's very crude, but it's the only way I can think of it. So like her house is over here. He walks through this neighborhood. Now he can walk all the way around this whole road, like the sidewalk, all the way around this road to get to this bridge or whatever and go across, where he can just cut straight across through the woods, right? Can you picture what I'm saying, chat? So he goes through, and as he's going through, he hears these sounds, and like there's like gnarls and like branches snapping, but it's not too crazy. And then as soon as he gets to here and he gets into the bridge, as he's walking, like he hears something kind of splash into the water, and he turns and he just sees the waves of this place, like of the waves rippling. And so then he's like, what the fuck? And he kind of looks over, and then he turns back and continues on over the bridge. And that's when he either dies on the bridge, or we can play with like viewer expectations, because they're like, oh, he's gonna die on the bridge or something, and then we do it right after the bridge. Chat says, Nightmare Fuel says mine. One second. Nightmare Fuel says mine was straight up serious and a little disturbing. Nightmare Fuel also says, I definitely gotta go back and finish it someday. I stopped at around page 170 something, so I'm not even halfway there. LMAO.
It's a fucking it's a Bible.
It is a very long book. Chat, I'll be right back. You guys can discuss real fast with Austin. I'll be like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll continue again. So I'll be right. Bye bye.
I know, and I've tried to finish it, but didn't have enough time, and I had to return it back to the library. So I bought, for Christmas, my brother bought me Target creates exclusive covers for books. So I now have the It cover from Target, which is an exclusive, and I just have it sitting over there. I'm not typically one to read myself, but I've been wanting to tackle it, but just looking at it just makes me not want to read. But I know I would love it. Like I've tried to get into reading like different ways. Like there's a new book for the Spider-Man Gamerverse that came out called Wings of Fury. That's actually pretty good. I sat there and read that. I also went out and bought some more Stephen King books. But the motivation to start reading it is fucking, it's something that I'm still working on. Yeah, I mean, the time is definitely a thing too. It's something that I wanted to kind of replace with like my screen time before I go to sleep. But it's hard because even when I go to sleep, I need the TV or something just in the background so I can fall asleep. I gotta buy it for sure. The only Stephen King book I own at the moment is The Body, which was so good. I went to Goodwill and just kind of bought anything that said Stephen King on it. So I don't even know the name of the books that I have. Let me see if I can find them. So I have Stephen King's Finders Keepers. And the other one is called The Bazaar of Bad Dreams, which this cover is fucking awesome. And both those books were only like $2. So it was a steal. Oh, you had to read it for an English assignment at college? I don't think I ever actually had to read a book in college. Like, I didn't think I had to, like, do, like, a book report or anything like that. I don't remember reading a book, at least. But I also guess that's one of the privileges of being a broadcast journalism major. I need to get the original Silver Linings Playbook novel. You said that was your favorite movie, right, Forbidden Arms? Or, like, one of your favorite movies? Book's called The Body, and the movie is called Stand By Me. I think I've heard of the movie. I haven't heard of the book, but I've heard of Stand By Me. Haven't watched it, but I've heard of it. Okay, yeah, I think I remember you saying that when, just because it's not one that I hear a lot, for people's, like, favorite movies. I mean, not that many people hear, like, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back as theirs, but that's what I tell people is my favorite movie. Robert De Niro reminds me so much of my father in Silver Linings Playbook. In like the way of just like being like a diehard football fan or like trying to like shelter you. I tried to read it, Carrie, The Shining, and even Salem's Lot in high school, but like I said, I don't have much time. Fun fact, I just watched The Shining for the first time ever about 6 months ago. Like, it wasn't too long ago. I personally wasn't the biggest fan, which I know is something that even Stephen King shares, that he wasn't a big fan of that movie. And it has nothing to do with like anyone's performance or anything like that. I just felt like it's always been hyped up my entire life to be like this huge like movie that it just kind of didn't live up to the expectation. I'm not too sure what Suri is doing. I kind of wish I can continue with writing, but we're not in the same place, so I don't have access to his keyboard. So what are you thinking so far? Any ideas of how this plot thickens? Because right now I like the dynamic of the group. Like I always like the thought and how it was told of the story It, but finding a way to make it different than just this mythical creature that, you know, only few have ever heard of or seen or even survived after seeing is going to be a little tricky with this. This is why I'm trying to make it like someone turns into it and it'd be more like a werewolf kind of story, which I don't love the idea of the werewolf shark, but meh. I wasn't a big fan of The Shining when I first watched it, and yeah, I too thought it was overhyped, but after I bought the Blu-ray, it gave me another watch, and another, I became addicted to it, and now I appreciate it more. Fair enough. I mean, the whole concept of like the theories behind what actually happened in like the end, where it like shows him in the picture from like 20 years ago. Like, people just thought that it's like his destiny to like constantly repeat going there. The It novel has a freaking turtle. Yeah, I know Kings has said he wasn't a fan of Kubrick's movie, and it's understandable since it's a personal story to him. King is not a fan of the Shining movie. And I can only imagine that Dr. Sleep he's probably not a fan of either. I'm not too sure of that to be 100% true or not. I haven't watched that movie yet. That's actually the reason why I watched The Shining, is because I wanted to watch Dr. Sleep and just kind of go in with like all of the information. But something on my list. I've recently just watched Black Widow and Quiet Place 2, which Quiet Place 2 is really good. It
I'm
sounds like
back.
Sari's back. How are you feeling?
What are you guys talking about?
We kind of just kept on this topic of like Stephen King a little bit. So we talked about The Shining.
Gotcha. That Doctor Sleep was actually pretty good. I'm excited to watch it. I haven't watched Doctor Sleep, but anyway, back to the story. So, are you guys on board with the idea that I had
What was your idea?
about how he dies? So he's like walking through the forest, hears stuff, gets to the edge of the forest towards the bridge, and here's like a little kind of like a splash. Looks over, and there's just water's rippling. And then he gets killed either on the bridge or right after he gets off the other side.
Well, so what if you do this actually? What if you flip
Mike Flanagan's
it, right?
great, but yeah, go ahead.
What if Joel is the one that walks Allie home, right?
Uh-huh.
Hears everything. It encourages him, similar to my actual story of him full sprinting through a neighborhood or a location where he is not familiar with, just knowing that he's generally going the right direction. He's hopping through people's yards, fences, whatever, and like literally like throws himself through the door once he finds the correct place, and like out of breath on the ground.
Oh fuck! Hold on.
Begging
Kevin
for water.
says, "The guys, I have been disconnected. Yesterday, an uncle passed away. I was helping the family with expenses, contracts, information, and communications. A few hours ago was the funeral. I am calm. My family is calm. Sad about what happened, but we must move on." Kevin, I hope.
Really sorry to hear about that.
I'm really sorry to hear about that. I hope you're doing okay. Obviously, if you want to be here for the distraction, I welcome. You're obviously welcome, but don't feel you show up for every stream, so don't feel like you have to be here. Feel free to
definitely understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Neverfield says we did Oculus Hush. Oh, who did? Oh yes, yeah. Mike Flanagan's really good. He also did Haunting of Hill House, by the way. And yeah,
that's the Netflix series, right?
Yes, yeah. He did season 1. I think someone else did season 2, but yeah. Fun fact, if I remember correctly, the DP on that show that Mike Flanagan works on a lot with, like he's like a big collaborator with Mike Flanagan, is Penn State alum.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that someone would be a Penn State alum.
And he actually came in and like guest lectured a class that Alexa was in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Premier says, my mother passed away many years ago, so I know how you feel. Ah, damn. Well, I mean,
so I think it should be disclosed. We are currently writing a short horror story, so
yes.
we will be talking about graphic content and
death. Yeah,
death. I'm not too sure if that will trigger you. I know you said everything is calm and everything like that, but I just want to kind of get that out in the open.
That's a very, very good point. Yeah,
because I was literally just in the middle of talking about how the first death or deaths happen, and I don't want to upset you in any way.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that's very, very clear. But with that said, Austin was talking about how instead of Bruce, it's Joel who does the running.
Right.
So what happens? He runs through backyards, whatnot. Yeah.
So yeah, in my story, just completely out of it, don't know where I'm at. Turn around and just have this immediate fear of like, oh shit, I'm lost.
Yeah.
On top of the fear of something's watching and following me.
Yeah.
So running full sprint, really not knowing where he's going, but knows that
my
it
God,
should be.
Chimera, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. We appreciate it. Turns out I don't have fucking bits turned on because I just reinstalled fucking, god damn it, bro.
I'm glad to hear you got rid of the jet lag. I'm sure that was tough
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
that long flight.
Oh, perfect. Actually, I think I'll be able to do it.
In terms of me, Chimera, I am doing pretty good.
Yeah, man, it's got chocolate milk, real chocolate milk.
Well, I'm out of chocolate milk. I would have to go get more.
Damn,
chocolate
bro,
milk.
you ran through a whole gallon?
No, what the fuck, dude? First off, don't put me on blast like that. If I did drink a whole fucking gallon, what the fuck? But no, I finished my glass.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you have to go back to the store and get it if you had to.
No, I'd have to go to. You've just added a browser source. Wow.
There it is, chat. There you go. Biddies are now on, so they will now.
Give me your address, 50k bits. You got 50k bits? Oh no. I think you mean shark bites?
Yeah,
Liver fuel?
bites. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. A little bit of a mix up, but yeah.
Yeah, 100% recommend chocolate milk.
Remember says I'm chocolate milking this weekend. Hell yeah, that's how we go.
Bits. I'm not sure on points.
Oh, what the fuck? You got 50? Wait, what?
Why do you have 50,000 bits? Bits is like.
But bites are the points that you get for watching.
What
or
would that be?
streams.
$5,000?
Yeah. No. I think it's 50.
$500?
Nah, because it's 100 bits is $1.
100.
Bites. So you're saying bites. There you go.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
Did you marry Bezos?
Gee. Okay. So, all right. With that out of the way, let's talk about this. So, what happens?
So Joel, being the leader, walks everyone home that has to go home,
Yeah.
and then at the end turns around, realizes that he is lost, doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah.
In his initial slow pace walk back home, he starts hearing things, heart starts going, like just kind of it freaks out, starts running.
Yeah.
We don't have shots. So I do.
Yeah. we don't have shots. Send me location. What do you mean send you location, Chimera?
He wants me to give him my address for chocolate milk. I'll get a PO box you can send it. So back to what I was saying. So Joel runs back, hears all the noises, runs across, like has that moment where like hears a splash, looks over, you know, but
he doesn't
see something, continues to run.
Yeah.
Hops through yards, fences, whatever he has to do, and throws himself through the door of his house, and with like his last like breaths before he like passes out, you know, he's like begging for water to like look up and realize that the people in his house have died.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh. I like that. Okay. Let's just change that.
Whether that's Bruce or, you know, whoever.
Oh, so we're saying Joel and Bruce are brothers?
That's literally it. We can't do that.
Oh, is that it? Oh, you mean like with Georgie?
Yeah. That would literally be the dynamic from it. No, I mean, Bruce can die later on, you know, like it just establishes that there's a horror in the darkness, you know?
What if it's like he enters through the front door and okay, so how about this? They were having like a cookout or whatever, like a whole family gathering.
You can literally call it what it was. We were drinking.
No. Well, no, I'm explaining like what it is. So it's like a cookout. You know, it's a family party in the background, you know, barbecuing, etc. Family stayed over, and then you invited or not you, god damn it. Joel invited friends over for the event. Friends start leaving, walks the girl home because maybe she's like I don't know. He's walking the girl home, walks her home, all this happens. He walks in through the front door. He's out of breath. Like, he's like,
it's a respect thing. So going back to the setting of like these rural areas, especially like the small towns, like everyone knows everyone, and like they typically have like the like country respect, you know, that you're supposed to treat and act like a certain way. So like that plays off of that. So like it's almost an obligation that like you have to walk a woman home.
Oh yeah. So he walks in through the front door. And he's like, "Mom, give me some water." And I never feel.
Well, no. I think it's like you have to emphasize that it's like.
Oh yeah.
He is out of breath. Like he put everything into it. He's fearful. He is legitimately scared that something really was about to happen. Yeah. And he thinks he's safe because he's home.
Yeah. No. Well, okay.
That's when the horror really starts.
So he's freaking out. He's yelling for water, doesn't get it, so he goes in, grabs some water for himself in the kitchen, and then he finally is like, okay, where the fuck is my mom and dad or whatever? So he walks out back, maybe they're still in the thing, and then he walks into the backyard and finds them dead in the backyard.
Sure. What if he takes the water and passes out, right?
And passes out like he gets knocked out, like he's
like passes out, like exerted all of his energy, lays down and just falls asleep, and then next morning realizes this house is still empty, right? And then once again everyone knows everyone. He goes next door, says, "Hey, like you were at the cookout last night. If that's the story we're going with. Have you seen like my mom, my dad, like whoever was supposed to be home?" And they go, "Oh no, like last time I saw them they were cleaning up, blah blah blah." And then like getting late for school, he just packs his stuff and goes, doesn't think twice about it. Maybe they left early for work, something stupid like that. On the way home or on the way to school, he stopped, around that bridge, police, everything like that. The splash he heard the night before was the bodies of his parents.
Okay. How old are they?
You want it to be more immediate because you can go with the just dead.
Yeah. How old are they? They're 20s, maybe like late, like grown up teenagers.
I was thinking like 17 to 19.
Okay, there you go. And Faber says, "Wait, when will this be available?" Whenever we
finish.
Yeah, whenever we finish. I'm gonna try to get it done by the end of the month, if I can, Godspeed typing.
And what we're gonna do is, I know Suri said at the beginning, but we're just gonna reiterate it. It'll go up for a small amount of money.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And all of that will be donated to the charity of choice.
Oh, Nightmare Fuel. Completely forgot that night that you're here. So this book will go up on our store.greatwingco.com, where you can also buy our merch. Just a little plug, just for the fun of it. And Nightmare Fuel, you have the pick of a charity, and all the profits from this book will go to the charity of your choice. I've completely forgot that Nightmare Fuel has now arrived since I said that initially, and that I should probably let him know so he can have some time to pick out a charity that he likes. So yeah, if you want to do it, something like shark or ocean related, if you want help from chat, if you want just anything that's personal, close to you, go for it, and we'll get that set up. So all right. I do think I like your idea, but I do think that the death in the backyard, where like
it should be the prologue. By the way, this isn't chapter 1. This should be the prologue.
Yeah, I think that gives like the immediate and then we cut, and then like that's the prologue ends, and then we pick up chapter 1, and he's like it's been a little bit of time.
Hello, or loading here glasses.
Loading here glasses.
Hi, Suri.
Hello. What's up? How's it going?
Nightmare Fuel, your options are any charity you would like.
Any charity that's good.
So if there's like a specific like art charity or something like that you would like to specifically back, or there's a specific cause that you're
personally, Great White & Co. in the past has donated to wildlife, Ocean Wildlife Fund. We've also donated in March for Snyder Cut to
the suicide. awareness.
Yeah, for suicide, ASPF, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Or I shouldn't have said awareness. Suicide prevention is what I meant.
Yeah, AFSP, that's what it is. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We've donated to them. All our proceeds in March went to them for the site. So those are what we've done in the past. But we're anything. Really, the door's open for any charity. Chad, if you guys have any suggestions, any charities that are close to you, you can shout them out for Nightmare Fuel, and then he'll have the final pick.
I will just throw this into the ring. Me, Suri, and Alexa all went to Penn State. Penn State is known for Thon. The charity that is backed, or that Thon backs and donates all the money to, is called the Four Diamonds. It helps with pediatric cancer.
Yes.
So just kind of throwing that out there. That would be what I would suggest, but this is not my choice. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then we have Chapter 1. This picks up a little bit afterwards, right? Like it's just a little bit later. And
so this could literally be cops, like what happened, what have you seen, what was done,
That's true. I mean that would only be like a little bit a little bit of time has passed. I'd say if we're making what happens earlier, the prologue, there needs to be a little bit of a bigger time jump, whether it be like a few months of him just kind of like just about to get over it, and then Chapter 1.
If you want to go like, you can say that he's in a therapy office or something.
Oh yeah, there you go. And
or mental hospital. Or
I think he should be like in like a psych. No. Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like a.
Well, I'm saying
that's what I'm saying. If you want to go extreme, you can go to
mental
the fucking loony bin.
Yeah.
But if you want more tamed,
he's talking to his therapist, and that's how the Chapter 1 starts. So he's talking to therapist. Make sure I'm spacing that correctly. And
literally, so that's where you can go from this being. Well, if you still want it to be narrated, you can, but at that point, you can take a first-person perspective, or actually just write all of it from first-person perspective.
Yeah, so Bruce talking to therapist, and then
Joel.
Oh, sorry. Joe.
Nightmare Fuel said a children's charity sounds good, though, or anything that helps the ocean since it's a shark.
All right. Well, I mean, we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we have plenty of time. It's going to take us a while to finish this, so
yeah,
no need to lock anything in right away.
So Chapter 1, chat. Obviously, if you guys have ideas, shout them out. If you're like, this should happen, or even if you're like, maybe like I want this to happen, like I want this jump scare, or not jump scare, but like I want this scare to be in this story. Something like I would find this scary or something like that.
Because I like the prologue so far, but I'm also the one that basically said everything. So is there any input that anyone has on that before we kind of move on? Like, is there any sort of additional information you want to go with? We kind of, change the narrative to where it's not, if we're using it as the kind of like the template, we're not showing, Georgie die. We're taking a completely different approach, and we're following the hero, I guess you can say.
Protagonist, yeah.
The protagonist is a better word to put it. One request: don't donate anything to NGO in India. Many foreign NGO are involved in illegal activities. If you're doing that during floods, donate to government funds. There's more chance that it reaches correct people. Definitely good input, just generally speaking about charities.
That's very true. All right, so Chapter 1. I spelled chapter wrong, apparently, so that's fun. Chapter 1.
You left out the R.
Joel's talking to...
Forbidden Arms is still trying to process before he gets full ideas.
Driver Phil says, back when I was a kid, I would always buy snacks like root beer float or chocolate milk, and the money would go towards children's charity for supporting campers. I remember, they still do that. I was just at Walmart earlier. They do like, do you want to round up for,
Oh yeah, literally everywhere I go, it's the roundup.
Yeah.
They do that.
So if we're saying they're in high school, right? So maybe he's in the therapist, talks in the morning, then he goes to his first day
Well,
of school.
That's a counselor. That's different. I
No,
wouldn't.
I'm not saying he's in school. I'm saying
So then when did this happen? Did this happen?
or we could just do it in the
when they
summer.
were
Do you want to just go?
13?
We could just go into summer. Like this happened. Maybe it's a graduation or like a beginning of summer little party, and then this is like midsummer now.
I mean, we could do graduation. I think that works.
Okay, so who graduated?
Prologue graduation party.
Who graduated?
All of
Joel's brother. Oh, you okay? All right, so they all graduated.
Yeah, they don't have to be related. You know, Bruce doesn't have to be related to Joel, and vice versa for anyone else.
No, I know that. I'm saying like it's
you can leave like Kevin is a senior. You know, you can do that
okay.
because I think that would play into like almost a comedic relief.
Yeah.
No, don't, because I think Dick is going to be the key part of the whole thing.
Okay.
The way I'm for like
Just shaping in your head. Yeah. So they're all graduating. This is their senior. God damn it! They just graduated senior year of high school. This is their graduation party.
No.
Except
Kevin is in summer school.
Except Kevin, who's in summer school. And so when we cut back, is in summer school, and when we cut back to chapter 1, when after the death, it's still summer, and
say end of summer, because it'll be a big enough gap to where like it's established that something is seriously wrong, that he's still seeing somebody, you know, because it's not that big of a deal if like something tragic like that happens and you go to a therapist immediately after. It's the continuation of it to know that like this is still affecting you months later.
Yeah. So Joel is talking to
so this would put it like, you know, right as like if you were going to go to college, you were going to go to college, you know.
Yeah.
Which like.
By the way, shout out to everyone who's watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this content. It's a little bit new for us, but I think we're all having a little bit of fun with it.
So like I would say,
go ahead.
Bruce and Joel, they're country folk, you know, like that, because that's the narrative we're going with.
Yeah.
They don't go to college. Kevin is in summer school. He doesn't have that thought in his head. He's probably going to
Bruce and Kevin?
Bruce and Joel.
Bruce and Joel don't go to college.
To college, right. Kevin's not even thinking about it because he's still, you know, in high school. Dick is too awkward and too, like, I'm not going to say, you know, it's weird to, like, feel comfortable going to school. Allison is the only one with the aspiration of going.
Wait, Dick feels weird about going to school?
He just feels awkward. Like, he wouldn't feel at home.
And then Allie does.
And Allie,
maybe she already got in.
Yeah, just say like she was top of the class, you know, like she was intelligent.
Yeah. Kevin says, I thought filmmakers use Basecamp, Gelastic API, cloud encrypted blockchain, but no, there's a dude writing a notepad. That's top secret.
Just wait till he pulls back up the OneNote or whatever he has.
Yeah, the OneDrive. Yeah,
the OneDrive.
And then, okay, Allie's ready to go to college.
So let's read Nightmare Fuel real quick. My original characters was a couple that recently graduated college, and they took their 2 kids out an ocean for a vacation, and then the shark attack happens out there. Sounds simple, but I thought it would fit. Wasn't too happy with the first draft, so I start all over with the same concept, but this time the college students are still in school. Instead of them being parents, it's a couple and the girlfriend's young nephew.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that definitely works.
So there's got to be something here now, because we don't want to make it obviously like it length. So there's got to be something that happens in either chapter 1, or we spend chapter 1 just establishing what's going on with the characters, and then chapter 2 something has to happen that keeps them.
Well, so end of chapter 1 something has to happen.
Yeah, where like another attack, or like Yeah, I think another attack. Like something has to happen. Like one of them sees it.
Well, so depending on how long we're gonna make it, right? Because like right now they're all friends, but they're not together.
I
You
would.
know,
All right, so I'm saying 10 chapters or less. All right.
we can do that. We can do that.
10
for
chapters
sure.
or less. Okay. And then the length of the chapters is we'll just do like no length requirement. We'll just do
So
however
country
long.
folk, wouldn't they be a little hesitant towards therapy? So why not add some other characters who's more progressive or
Ooh,
city
that's also a
raised
good
and push
point.
them towards therapy? That would, I guess that could be Allison. At that point, then.
Allison pushes.
So Allison can be a late
Joel.
addition. I do like that. That's definitely a good.
That's a good point. Letting her glasses.
That's a good character because they definitely would be hesitant about therapy.
Yeah.
That could be a part of Joel's character as well as that like there's pushback.
Yeah.
He's there but he's not participating.
Yeah. There we go. This makes it so much better. Now you guys can actually, it fits the geometry of the scene. Okay, so then what happens at the end of chapter 1? This has to be either
That can be Bruce's death.
Bruce's death. I was gonna say that's got to be Bruce's death, or like someone sees it. God damn it! I said it. Now I'm thinking about it. But
Yeah, Georgie.
oh god, there he is. And then so chapter 1 ends. God damn it! Ends with Bruce death. And then this causes everyone's plans to go out the window, because then, like, Allie doesn't want to go. Like, there's the funeral that you have to attend, so Allie doesn't want to go to college. And let's see.
Question: if this were to be a movie, would Bruce be a practical shark or CGI? Well, Bruce is a person.
Yeah. This Bruce is a person. This isn't Bruce the shark.
I mean, if we were gonna put this together right now as a movie, I feel like I would be the shark.
It's true. It's true. If I'm directing this movie,
yeah, sorry. This shark is definitely the villain, so I'm getting a fin strapped on my back.
and then like a bunch of like baloney, on your face to make it look like it's like a deformed, like how they used to do that, like put like baloney and shit, like but yeah, practical. Okay, so chapter ends with Bruce death.
Well, so what's the death? Is it natural? Is it based off the creature? Is it a third party that hasn't been introduced yet?
I think it should be the shark again, and then I think the setting should be modern dayish, so they have phones, and I think like it's like Joel comes out of his therapy session, he walks out and he checks his phone and he sees like Bruce text like saying, "Hey bro, like fucking."
Do we still want someone turns into the shark, or is that too?
Wait, one sec. I'm gonna go grab myself some water real fast. I'll be right back because I'm a little parched. But chat, let the ideas brew. I'll be right back.
So what do we chat? What do we think is the shark's backstory? Is it like experiment gone wrong? Is it this like is it some sort of mutation? Is it a creature that's just found in, not to use the title, but from the deep or from the depths of the ocean? Is this like a weird poltergeist kind of thing where it was this city was founded on a Indian burial ground? Like, what are we thinking? Is this what's this shark's deal? Because so far I like the general layout that we got going. Oh, now I'm gonna add Austin as the shark creature, but in human-sized drawing to the list. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can only hope to one day be King Shark. I'm thinking it's a shark version of Cthulhu. So you want it to be some sort of mythological creature, almost like with some sort of like. Is Cthulhu based on like a religious or like cult thing? Like, do you think it's like a cult following? Ooh, that would be a cool, interesting thing. Like this small city, not many people have heard of it, and it just has like this underground cult. Ooh, that has like sacrifices. I like that idea. And like that's the real big reveal at the end, is just that everyone's been involved with it from the start of this town's birth. I like that. I remember reading a short story in like elementary school or like middle school. I think it was called The Lottery. And basically, it was almost the same thing. An outsider comes into the small city on the day of the lottery. His car breaks down or something like that. Everyone's gathered in the town square. This is, of course, paraphrasing. It's a lot more in depth than this, and everyone has their number. People are reluctant to go to the town square. This guy doesn't understand why. Just very lost. And then they draw the number. Someone is picked, but the person's trying to run away rather than, jump in joy, as someone would think with a winning of the lottery. And that person was then put on the stage, tied up, and then pelted with rocks. And that's how that town thought that they would get water. So what if it's a natural accident? The villain character is a shipwreck in the sea, and at the same time there's an alpha war, and shark is dethroned, and after fight, it's also highly injured, so both sync up. So both were in similar situations.
I'm back. What's happening?
So I had this, I had inspiration from Forbidden Arms saying Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Like make the creature like a Cthulhu type creature.
Okay, like a Lovecraft creature.
What if, since we've established it's a small, rural, like everyone knows everyone kind of community,
yeah,
that there's a cult, and the cult controls this creature.
The cult controls the shark?
Yes.
I'm down for it, but how do we have to explain that very fast, or get through that very fast, figure out how to set
I think that's the big reveal. That's the last chapter.
Okay, but then what's the resolution? How do we resolve that? Do they die? Now, Phil says, visualize this. We have this post that shows the audience it's straight up a shark movie, but when the movie comes out, it's Austin as a more realistic creature that looks like a shark, and Cthulhu, and the movie is pretty good. But critics and audience didn't like it because they were fooled by the poster. Years later, it gains a cult following. Happens to a lot of
exactly what would happen.
Sounds like it too. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of your help when this book comes out, for sure. We'll have our own little cult for this little creature. But what is okay? So
that's my idea. I really like the cult idea behind it. It definitely needs some refinement, but does it end on a cliffhanger? Does it end with everyone dying? Does it end with the cult being dismantled?
So okay, let's run through so chapter 1 ends. So Joel walks out of therapy. He checks his phone, and it's a text from Bruce saying Bruce, 1 hour ago, heading to the lake. Join me after your session or whatever. Or maybe he even says join me after join me after you waste your money or something like that. Because he's he's still arrogant about therapy.
Right.
And then he goes to meet up with Kevin. And
Flip that. So Kevin texts him.
Okay.
The text says let me know when you're done, you mental case or something like that. Something that that guy that's always trying to be funny says. and then like that's the interaction, is that like them two meet up,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like, "Aren't you supposed to be in summer school? Like, you're like you retard, you know?" Like,
yeah. And then
um,
they're together, and then Allie calls Joel, and then the chapter ends with him finding out that Bruce is dead, and that will then.
well, we still need to would everyone be introduced in the prologue as well?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Dick hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah. I think they'll all be kind of mentioned throughout the prologue, and then even in the chapter 1, when he's talking to his therapist, maybe he's like talking. Maybe he talks about like, you know, Allie's gonna go to college now, like soon, and like that her life's ahead of her. My life, I don't know where it's going. Bruce is, you know, doesn't want me to go out, leave town, but I don't know what I want to do, that kind of thing. And then yeah, we kind of.
Now I'm thinking if they should look normal or look like disturbing creatures, and that's why the shark looks that way. So the cult would be normal people. This would be his neighbors, his fam, like it would be everyone, you know? Like it would be have you ever seen what's the movie? Hot Fuzz?
Yeah. The
So,
cult,
like,
the cult and that. Yeah.
Like that.
I think, well, if we're going for like Cthulhu or like something like Lovecraftian, I think that like it doesn't really need like an explanation. It's just like
It doesn't need one, but like
Kevin says comedic relief. Kevin is Kevin like Vanilla Kishore. Yeah, you could say that. Premier says I have Hot Fuzz on Steelbook. Ooh, that's a good one.
that's a good one.
What the fuck was it saying? Oh, so yeah, I think it's like it could be something that's like
Like the thing is that I'm the type of person
Or-
there. If you never explain it, I'm going to always question, well, why? You know?
well, I mean, that's what, like, if we're talking about it, right? Like, it did, like, it is just an alien. It's like, ooh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. They didn't have to go overboard.
So
with
what
it.
if,
Yeah,
like-
it was just
Okay, so if we're doing this
it's
cult,
an alien that
I-
shapeshifts.
if it's a cult, I don't think the cult should be able to control it. But I think the cult, like, maybe the cult,
Well, all right, then
somehow
the cult
summons it.
sacrifices, makes sacrifices to keep this at bay.
well, so I think, what if the cult, like, summons this by accident, or they think it's like something else, and like maybe in like chapter 4 or 5, they're like on this trail, they're trying to figure out what's happening, and they find this like camp, like this cult ground, like ooh, okay, here, but okay.
I think the cult should be active through the whole thing, like without us knowing, of course, because it wouldn't be introduced until later on.
No, here's what I'm saying. So in chapter, 3, you hear on the news that like after Bruce died, or
Or how about this? We go with your idea, right? But the initial deaths of his parents are sacrifices to summon this creature that they think is going to be the second coming of Jesus. You know, like this like godlike creature that's going to come in and bring them great harvests, and you know, like the crazy cult shit that people would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we go off your point, and it summons a demon, and this is the demon.
I was saying,
Because if you think of it, it doesn't make sense why a shark-like creature would just kill somebody in the backyard. You know?
well, no. So here's what I'm saying. So on the day that their parents died, the parents are not the only people, like, or Joel's parents are not the only couple people that died. There's a few other people that either died.
No, that's too many. That's
No,
too
no,
many
no.
people.
Let me say.
Too many people.
It's either they died or they went missing, and they're
No.
all around this lake, and there's a giant lake. It's like kind of splits this town into two. And there's like bridges along the way that connect them, and then as they're like in like chapter 3 or 4, when they're on the trail, they're trying to figure out what it is. They find this campground that's like this like, that has, it's like this cult meeting area, and there's just full of the dead bodies. Not full, like all the cult members are dead, because when they summoned it, the day that they summoned it is the day that it came out, and it just it slaughtered all of them, and then it immediately on its way to the water, it killed like a few families as it went, and because they were in their backyard, it just happens to kill Joel's parents because they were out in the backyard. And so they find this campground that's just kind of decomposed by, because they've been out all summer, no one, like, is decaying and like rotten. It smells putrid.
It's too much at one point, right? So what I would do is tweak the beginning, right? Is we know as the writers of the story that his parents are dead.
Yeah.
And that if we're using this, the purpose of their deaths is to summon a creature. It's for some sort of ritual. I was going to try and
get in trouble there.
Yeah, I was going to say religious purpose, but I was like, that's not the word. But for like this ritual that they're trying to do to summon what they think is going to be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And since we're doing a time jump between the prologue and chapter 1, more people can go missing and die in that period.
Uh-huh.
But like too much at once is like everyone would know that something's up, Where if it happens gradually, but like at a heightened point, like people will be alerted, but like they wouldn't be like, my life is in danger.
My only reservation, I don't want this cult to be able, like, I don't want anyone to be able to control it. I want it to be like a sentient being.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
That has its own head.
Right. So if you wanted to tweak it to your idea,
yeah,
they summon the creature by accident.
Okay.
They thought they were summoning something that was going to help them, but rather it's something that is going to harm them.
Yeah.
So all the deaths following that are to keep it at bay.
Okay. Or it's just out of control, like it's just doing it itself, like it's just killing him.
Well, that can play into it too. Is that like once we establish that and like show that the cult is a thing,
yeah,
it's something they're aware of, instead of it being the cult being, the villain behind everything,
yeah,
they are just as scared as all of these kids, and they somehow work together to try and band everyone from this town together to stop this creature, and that's how we get the resolution at the end.
Suri, what if because he saw death of so many people, he wanted to conserve them, so he asked that all of their mind are in Bruce, that's why he's a little off. Wait, repeat that? Sorry.
Wait, Bruce loose screws. How is it would be very trying to be funny, but end up being offensive?
Saw the death of so many people. I was concerned them, so he asked that all.
Make sure to not make the cult like the cult from Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, or the ones from the 2019 Black Christmas, which sucked ass.
I do agree. Black Christmas was not great. So this cult does not. So what they tried to summon it. They summoned this creature, and they
tried summoning something.
Yeah,
they thought that based
it was
off
prophetic.
Of like,
it was like this kind of.
We'll just say like it's written into this city's history that there is this ritual that can be performed. To, like bring upon great things. Whatever that may be. Like very common is like sacrifices for good harvest. That was actually something I was telling about, that I read a short story called The Lottery that they did exactly that for that purpose.
Yeah. So they summon it. It goes haywire. They have no control over it, and the cult doesn't meet again. But as our main characters are following,
well, they have to meet again. Someone has to be like. There has to be a connection somewhere, because it has to be found out that there is a following.
No. So here's what I'm saying. So they don't meet again, but as they're pulling at the string trying to get to the bottom, they find out about the cult, and they actually meet with someone who like might have been like their uncle or aunt, like someone like close to them that's like part of this cult, and they talk to them.
So this is why
this is what happened, and they're kind of explaining it a little bit.
Dick is the key.
You think Dick is the cult member?
No, I think Dick was aware of everything happening, but everyone thought he was a fucking weirdo for talking about it.
So like you're saying, like, well, I think Dick could be like the person that's talking about how the town has a history.
Dick is like I'm trying to think of like a good example. Rorschach, you know?
Yeah.
Rorschach and Watchmen, day after day, when he's not Rorschach, is picketing, telling people that the world is about to fucking end.
Yeah.
And no one believes him because it's just some fucking whack job. No one's gonna believe a whack job, you know?
Yeah.
But he somehow, you know, gets into this group of misfits, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And so,
So Dick is aware of this cult.
We could do Dick, or we could do someone like the Willard Preacher too. That's like that kind of character as well. But
well, I mean, they could both be the same. We can literally make Dick the Willard Preacher.
For those who don't know, the Willard Preacher is the guy at our college who literally, without break, would be like during the majority of the school day, he'd be outside of one building in our campus.
He literally would be outside of a building called the Willard Building.
Yeah, that's why he's called the Willard Preacher.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yep.
And he would, between classes, which is like a good 15-minute session in front of hundreds and probably thousands of people at a given time, would be ranting about how like we're all sinners because we like having sex, and that like women are whores, like literally anything and everything that this guy can fucking think of.
Yeah.
He would just say, like, it was amazing, like, to hear and watch.
Yeah, like the nerves of this guy just come up here.
There's been like 5 different Willard Preachers. I don't know if you knew that, but like,
oh, I didn't know that.
They're hired by the local church.
Yes, I do know that.
That's his job.
Yeah, I do know that.
Is to stand out in front of the Willard building, and he is the 3rd, 4th, or 5th Willard Preacher.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I knew that he was hired by the church.
There are plenty of student short.
He was a dropout.
There are plenty of short films that were made on the Willard Preacher, or I shouldn't say short films, like documentaries. Documentaries.
All right, so Dick knows about it. I don't think he's going to be preaching about it. Maybe he's like, he's
I just going to use it as a reference.
I think he's either someone who's overheard conversations that like people that members of the cult were having, or he's like someone who like reads a lot, is a bookworm, and he finds out through like reading like, oh shit, that this town has a history and there's like a past to it, but like he doesn't know how to explain it, and when he tries, everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, we're trying to fucking drink and have a good time. And so he gets brushed aside in that sense. And so he doesn't fully engage all the time with the group until, you know, Bruce dies, and maybe like at the funeral, or maybe like they're having a gathering after Bruce's death. He comes in. And
it's very easy to kind of establish the relationship because, once again, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, it's a small town,
right?
And
so anything, it could be he doesn't even necessarily have to be one of their friends, you know. It could be after the strange line of events happens.
Yeah.
That like he recalls, like Joel recalls something that Dick said, and he's like, "Let me go hear this guy out," and then that's how he gets involved.
Okay. And then I'm just doing that. Yeah. So at some point,
I need to pee now, so okay. I will be right back.
All right, Chad. It's just you and me for the next however long it takes Austin to pee. So, hit me with your ideas. Let's see here. Okay, so I do think that they're on this they're on this trail to figure out what this creature is. I think there's a few more people that go missing. Maybe like 1 or 2 people come out and they're like slaughtered, and so police maybe think it's like like a serial killer or something, and they're just trying to figure out like what's causing that. Like police are trying to figure out what's causing this. And
so I just thought of an amazing.
That was so fast.
Yeah, my bathroom's right there, dude. It's not like a fucking.
All right, go for it.
So the thing that Joel recalls Dick saying, is at the party in the prologue, right?
Yeah.
He says, whatever we decide to go with is, if he's aware of this like cult, or whatever. So he says it, right, and then Kevin goes, "Can somebody get him a Viagra because his dick needs to perk up?" Or something like that.
Okay.
And that's how it kind of gets thrown to the side. And like people, even like readers, wouldn't think of it twice, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Because then you present the information, but you just don't know it yet. Like the audience doesn't know it yet.
Right. And that also goes to building their character right away.
Yeah.
To where like you know that this guy is going to be someone that like, if in a high school situation, he would be classified as the one that no one would talk to, you know?
Yeah. And then we have.
So this isn't a movie. I don't know if they're talking about. Oh no, they're talking about something else.
They're talking about Black Christmas. Okay, so and then we just have to figure out what the kind of how the mystery unfolds. Like general beats.
So we can get completely erased that someone turns into a shark.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, unless you want a huge twist to be it was his parents.
No. I think this is just like a creature that was summoned that like is like from some dark fucked up past of this town, like
the deep part of hell, or the depths of hell.
Nightmare from the Deep. Yeah. Although I guess the title doesn't fully make sense considering it's, Wait, Firmware says I was talking about the start. Wait, what?
What's so if you're talking about Us, okay, it's not a movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is a short.
It's a short story novella type of thing. And it's like it's dark horror with we have character building, but there's like some humor thrown in there.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to figure out what the like full on ending is, and then what like the little paths of like how they get to that ending. Because we have the starting kind of really set in stone here. Like oh, look, there's enough where I can just easily start writing and get stuff in this. And so if you guys have any ideas for the ending, even if it's on Discord, let us know. I'm always open. But
the ending, like, do they stop the creature? That's the big question. Do they stop it? Because we're not writing a second.
Yes, yeah. This isn't like a series. We're not trying to franchise it. So, right. I think that they can. God damn it, bro! Fuck. Like the one idea I had, it makes it sound like it's it.
What's your?
Because I was gonna say like
they shut it away for 18 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 27 years. But I was gonna say like
years, you're right.
They summon it, like they pull it back into the depth, like into the deep, and it just returns back to the deep, and then I don't think it comes back, and it certainly doesn't. It did come back for like on a regular period, but that does leave it like a little bit open ended. Like it's just like it returns or whatever, but yeah, it's just like it just goes back to its deep, like to the deep.
Anyways, never died. That's true.
I don't think they need to stop it. Okay, so Forbidden Arms says he doesn't think they need to stop it, but something needs to happen to it, right? So I think maybe the deep
it has to be a resolution. Whether
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
dies, this thing gets contained, it gets put away, it dies. Like something has to be resolved because we're not writing a series. This is going to be a very, I shouldn't say very short. It's going to be a short story.
Yeah.
That
Self-contained.
That has somewhat of a ribbon on it to where it's complete.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for now we'll say like it is. So okay, I'm just gonna do a very like loose. Fuck.
All about the main focus, but you can be good for 90%, right? But that last 10% could ruin it.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you can finish the book and then do an epilogue. You know?
Yeah. So I'm saying right around here.
So we're going with the banish it.
Well, for now, I'm just saying that. So like, I'm just like doing a rough outline of like this. These are the things that happened around this time in the story, and then find out about.
A few titles I thought for mine were A Sweet Summer, not really a sweet summer when you read the story. Stay Away from the Deep, terrible in my opinion. Blood Fuel, I don't know what I was thinking. Deep, simple, but and I'll see if I can come up with better ones. What about Breached Beach?
Breach Beach?
Yeah. Isn't that what it's called when like a fish or some sort of creature it breaches the surface? They find dick.
So should this happen before or after? Like because this can either happen here and then they find out about town history and then they find out about the cult. I think
we are kind of rewriting it because this is.
Are we?
Because they find out about Pennywise.
It is not an original story. It's like it's a generic plot that the reason why some people may be pissed off, but this is the truth. The only reason why it is special is not because of the actual concept itself. It's because of the fact that Stephen King is so fucking good at writing characters that like his characters are just so intriguing and interesting. Like I just read The Outsiders, or Outsider. Last was it this year?
Yeah, important distinction. Outsiders,
very
Outsider.
I read it earlier this year, and the thing about The Outsider that made it so special because it is like the Outsider is almost the same as it. Like it's almost the same concept of like this town getting terrorized, but it's a little bit different. And it's like a different perspective on it. Like minus spoilers, it's essentially about a guy who is being framed for the murder and other stuff of a little kid, and he's like, I'm not the one that did it, and it's the whole thing is about a mystery about it, if it is him that did it or if it's not him that did it. While it turns out there's a monster, there's an outsider or whatever. It's the concept itself is not what's crazy about it. He writes such interesting characters that you can't help but like keep reading. Like it's so
right.
He has a way with words, and it sounds cliche, but he's so good at what he does that it makes you just want to keep reading. Nightmare Fuel says that's true. I think that's what I said. Ferdinand says King is so good he forgot he wrote Cujo because he was so drunk and high. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you remember this. I was watching an interview with Stephen King. He read through. This is complete derail. We're gonna get back on topic real fast, but he was finished reading all the Game of Thrones books, and he got to the last one that was published.
Right.
And he was like, "What the like? There's no last book." So in a day, he wrote like 100,000 word conclusion, like a final book to Game of Thrones. Like he
Oh,
wrote
that's pretty awesome.
the last
I would love
book.
to fucking read that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not going to come out, and I think like George R. R. Martin was like fucking, he was like upset about it or something. But
I mean, he
crazy,
could be as fucking upset about it as he wants. I'm sure that book would fucking be a top seller.
absolutely. But yeah, I found the
Can you
amount.
imagine the
he
crazy
can
shit
write.
he can come up with the fucking Night King and shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fucking awesome.
But yeah, I just thought it was really funny that he can sit down, fucking crack his knuckles, and just start finish an entire book. Anyway, back to this. I think this is a good order. So they find out about the cult. Maybe they like talk to someone from the cult, and get information about it, and then that leads them to some thing.
Chapter 8 can be removed then.
Something like that. Well, yeah, I'm just doing like these aren't like necessarily how I'm going to do the chapter breaks. This is just the order.
Kind of the sequence of events. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then so 2 and 3, I have no idea. Like, I guess the group coming together.
Yeah, that's what has to happen.
Damn it.
Is the call to action, like, because there has to be, a reason that Allie no longer wants to go off to school.
Yeah. And then, so group coming together. Yeah, Allie no longer.
Well, I guess the group coming together should come after them finding Dick.
Ah, so you're saying like this.
That's what brings them together, is the...
From says, don't worry if it sounds too much like it. A lot of stories are heavily inspired by everything. That is very true. Very true. So chapter 2, Allie no longer wants to go to school, so we'll touch on that drama a little bit, and then we'll
use those to develop, I guess, the relationship between Joel and Allie if you don't want to do the romance.
Yeah.
Chapter 3 is when Joel would recall what Dick said, and then kind of that would be the sequence of events.
Oh wait, and then it could even...
You can just say the events of the party, because... Yeah, the events of the party.
I think it can even be like the reason why they're separated is because I think even like they know that they have to find Dick, but maybe it's like a little bit of a kind of a puzzle to get there. But when they find him, he tells them about the town history. The group comes together because maybe if it's like just Joel and like Kevin maybe, and Joel and Kevin are like, or no, maybe it's just Joel. Maybe Joel is like,
what if we put Allie in danger?
Where? At what point?
Them coming together around that part.
Neverfield says, "Man, this is getting so interesting. I'm so excited.
Is that the threat of something happening to her life or her family? That's what brings her in. Like something that's directly correlated with her. Maybe the cult will target outsiders because we established she's an outsider,
or because, So okay, so you want Allie to be in danger, but do you want that to be the end, like, or not the end, but like the resolution? Near the resolution is like she's in danger, so they go.
Because there has to be a reason, like, not to use it again, but like all of them had a connection with Pennywise, so that's what bonded them together. So Joel already lost his parents to the whole situation. He lost Bruce to the situation. Kevin's his best friend, therefore he's a ride or die. He's already there. Dick already knows about the situation because of all of the reading he's done. Allie has nothing.
What? Okay. What about this? What about this? We're gonna switch. We're gonna flip the switch here. What if instead of Allie, because it is pretty like not on the nose, by the books, that like Joel and Allie are together? What if when Joel is walking Allie home, she talks about Bruce and she has a crush on Bruce? And
That's what happens in it.
is that what do you mean?
They
Wait, I forget.
They because I don't remember the characters off the top of my head from it, but they established that there's the chubby kid likes the girl, but the girl likes someone else in there.
Oh well, no. Joel doesn't like. Oh, I guess Joel could like Allie, but I'm saying like Allie likes Bruce, so when he dies, that's why she's involved, and Joel, like, I don't think Joel and Allie, if that is the case, if we do that, I don't think Allie and Joel should end up together.
Yeah, I guess if you do the thing where Bruce is her interest in terms of romantic,
Yeah.
but then that would make sense why Joel walked her home. Why wouldn't Bruce walk her home?
Maybe Bruce has no interest. Like, or he's like slack, he's like, fucking dude, I'm headed home. Like, because I'm basing it off of your own story about how you walked her home and she was talking about another guy.
I mean, yeah, but I wasn't necessarily interested in her.
Well, I'm saying then Joel doesn't have to be interested in Allie either. Like, it's the same thing as you said. Allie is nice, and Joel would not say no if she was like, hey, you want to come over? But he's not pursuing her actively. But on the walk there, Allie's talking about how she likes Bruce, and
Okay, and then I guess the death of Bruce is what draws her in.
Yeah, and then that makes her not want to go to school because that's a big kind of.
Yeah.
And then.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
There it is. Whew. That was a productive 2 hours. He came up with a pretty good outline. Now,
just quick question to chat: is this anything of what you were thinking coming into the stream? That this is the story that would lay out a cult-inspired story about them summoning a shark by accident, and a gang of misfits coming together to stop the creature.
Yeah. Chat, as we wrap things up, I don't know if this will go on YouTube, but if it does, it doesn't matter.
Okay, Forbidden Arms into it. I like it.
Yeah, this is interesting, actually. All right, sounds good. I will do my best to do this justice when I write it.
I will, of course, add input and.
Yeah. Nightmare Phil says he agrees. So we got 2 thumbs up so far.
Okay.
So I think I'll try to do this.
Would love to read this now. Forbidden Arms said. I mean, you already kind of had the outline. It's just adding
it's the character development.
The character
really missing here. But if you guys have any ideas in terms of like, ooh, this would be scary, because that's one thing. If we're missing anything here, it's like them getting scared. So far, it's just the outline of them like finding the clues.
Yeah, of course. If we tell, point by point exactly what's going to happen, it's not very scary.
No, I totally get it. But if you guys are like, if you're looking at this image, right, like,
it'll be thrilling. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
Oh no, for
scary.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, if you're like, tonight after the stream's over, you're sitting down, look at this image one last time, you're like, ooh, fuck! If I saw this creature in this situation, it would scare me or something. Let us know on Discord, and we'll try. I can't promise, but we'll try to put it in the book. And we'll see how it goes. But I think we have a pretty good base, and I think we have just enough. Like, maybe there'll be another one of these kind of streams where I just kind of refine some of the more vague points that we have. Because like the first part is so solid, and then like the rest of it is like this.
I mean, the prologue is fucking. I really like the prologue.
So if you are, if you have an ideas, you can bring it down Discord, or you can show up for the second time we do this, just to kind of polish off kind of some of the latter half of the book.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be tonight. It could be tomorrow.
Yeah, if says let me think about it, I might have more
ideas. We could be in the middle of a stream of us finishing Zombie Army. Literally whenever.
Neverfield says, I should say this now, but I hope you guys don't kill me or anything. LOL. What is it? But Glasses says, we'll still read the final version as I came late and didn't get all of your references. Oh, trust me, like, even if you did stay for the outline.
Outline is just very bare bones.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be some twists and turns that we'll add secretly in the middle.
Yeah, just to make things a little bit more interesting if you do end up picking it up. But I'm just waiting for Nightmare Fuel to say the thing that he thinks that we'll kill him for. Which is very interesting.
We're not going to kill you or anything like that.
But I could write you into the book and then kill you that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like, that's something that can happen. That's Suri. So the shark right here is completely done, but looking back at its blank spaces, I couldn't help but draw more creepy stuff in the surroundings. I actually had the same thought that there's too much blank space. I did have that thought as well, but I didn't want to be that guy.
Wait, so is there another version of the shark? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, Nightmare Fuel says that he drew in some more creepy stuff in the surroundings.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's true, then shoot it my way.
Shoot it on over. Yeah. Because I had that exact same thought. That, like, this is a movie poster, I wouldn't be, like unless it was, like, a wanted poster or something like that, like, because...
I mean, it's just this part right here. It's just this bottom part. I think the top is fine. I think the bottom is where it's, like, you know, you have the little kind of cutoff here. So I guess if you add stuff here, it would make sense.
To me, literally, like, this looks like I would, like, zoom it out, put it in a wanted poster, because that's exactly what I would think.
Sounds good. No, the page I drew it on has extra space,
but it's not done yet. I mean, no rush. This is going to be a work in progress.
Yeah.
So whenever you are done that, we will likely use it as the cover of the book.
Yeah.
Or the short story, I should say, not the book.
Yeah, dedicated to all the Chumbags, acknowledgements. Cannot thank the community of Great White & Co. enough for the continued support for everything we do. And at the very top, Nightmare from the Deep.
This was good, unlike the Photoshop shit we get from Hollywood.
Although, if you guys have a better title as well, I'm open. But I do like Nightmare from the Deep. But, you know, I'm always open.
We would have to tie it in more.
Yeah.
Like the idea of the deep, like if that's what we're going to call it, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, my idea is, you know, just general hell, like from like a depth of hell.
Yeah. Maybe that's a line a character says. Oh, but this shark didn't come from the depths of the deep of the water. This nightmare came from the depths of hell. There it is.
Yeah, I'm usually the same type of artist that likes to complete the full page. I'm glad Austin noticed. Yeah, I did notice. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be the guy that says do more work. Like it doesn't need to do more work. Like this is perfect. But for me, I need I need it to be filled out.
Yeah.
Especially if it's gonna be like a poster or like something like that. I would need it to contain more.
Yeah. I mean, shoot it over whenever you're done. Take your time. No worries. No rush.
Yeah, this will be... I'm going to say this probably will take a month, 2 months.
It'll take me some time. I'm going to try to get it done as fast as I can, but, you know, we got life stuff as well. Gotta worry about. But hopefully, you know, I'll have... Here's my promise. I will update on Discord as I go along. So, like, you know, all you guys are on Discord. As I go, as I write, I will tell you guys, or maybe it on stream, I'll throw it in there, like I'm this much done or whatever. But I will keep you guys up to date via
maybe when you finish the prologue, put that out as some hype.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm down for that.
There you go.
But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching along. This was a lot of fun. This is the first time we did a stream like this, and I think it was a lot of it's pretty cool. And
this was basically how Suri and Alexa did like Virtues of Solitude.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much how.
Literally, I would throw in a chirp every now and again, but that's basically it.
Yeah, that's how I come up with my stories. Learning Glasses says good night. Forbidden Arm says night, guys. See y'all tomorrow or whatever. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, we'll be back like the next
Definitely
day.
Friday.
Yeah. Remember, says have a wonderful night, everyone. Peace. Yep. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. Stay safe out there, and until next time, stay stinky, chumbags.
That's awful.
Yeah, I gotta come up with another. Stay, chumbags.